This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Thursday, June 4th. I'm Tori here with the beautiful Erica. And
hey, beautiful Tori.
Hey, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we have the beautiful Stephanie is also working from home. Oh, you look fabulous in tomato. Doesn't she look good?
You do, girl. You are working that dress.
That thing right there. I don't know what you call it, the cutout. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I was going to say it's stolen from Erica's closet, so I can't take full gratitude. I can't take full accreditation for it.
No. It
Very
is not
much
stolen.
stolen.
It's not stolen from my closet. It was given to someone who could actually fit into it. So thank you for wearing it.
That's where all my clothes go. I'm like, oh God, I'm too big for that. Steph, you want this? That's exactly right. Steph, you look fantastic.
I'll take anything.
I know, I'll take anything too. Let's get straight to the stories. New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees, you might have heard this, is coming under fire for some comments he made in an interview with Yahoo Finance about kneeling during the national anthem. So a reference to the protest that started by former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick. Let's take a look at that interview.
I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country. Let me just tell you what I see or what I feel when the national anthem is played and when I look at the flag of the United States. I envision my two grandfathers who fought for this country during World War II, one in the Army.
Drew has since apologized, saying the comments were, quote, insensitive and completely missed the mark on the issues we are facing right now as a country. They lacked awareness and any type of compassion or empathy. Now, this comes only after the NFL star was called out by fellow athletes like LeBron James, who tweeted, wow, man, is it still surprising at this point? Sure isn't. You literally still don't understand why Cap was kneeling on one knee. Has absolutely nothing to do with the disrespect of the flag and our soldiers, men and women who keep our land free. And Drew's own teammate, activist Malcolm Jenkins, also posted an emotional video calling the comments painful.
Drew Brees, if you don't understand how hurtful, how insensitive your comments are, you are part of the problem.
All right, Erica, how do you feel about this apology? Does it go far enough?
Well, I think this is a teachable moment because essentially what's happened is we had Black Lives Matter, right? Remember when Colin Kaepernick, when people were saying Black Lives Matter, and the message was hijacked in order to radicalize the message and evoke white fear. I'm just going to continue to say this so people understand this. What Drew Brees did essentially is during the heat of a movement and a moment, he reintroduced that same ill-informed message that this somehow has something to do with the American flag. Yeah. Listen, if you want to say that, then you also have to say that some of us are American and some of us aren't. And the truth is, we're all American. Drew Brees could have easily talked about during Yahoo Finance some finances and stayed in his lane. But he chose to tiptoe his way into a conversation that didn't need to be had, and then on top of it called himself an ally. For those of you who are wondering how to be an ally, try this. Do not do anything to destroy the message, okay? The message is Black Lives Matter. It's about the equality of Black people. It's about police brutality. If you don't have anything to contribute to that conversation, I need you to sit down and eat your food, okay? Don't talk. Just don't talk at all.
I fully agree with you, and I just want to say that I also thought it was ironic that he's like, I'm going to take this opportunity to step in a Yahoo financing interview. Wow. Thank you. Well said, Erica. I want to get your take on this, Brit. Meghan Markle has broken her silence, on the civil unrest in the wake of George Floyd's death. She addressed graduates at her own alma mater, Immaculate Heart High School in Los Angeles. Let's take a look.
George Floyd's life mattered, and Breonna Taylor's life mattered, and Philando Castile's life mattered, and Tamir Rice's life mattered. And so did so many other people whose names we know and whose names we do not know. I am so sorry that you have to grow up in a world where this is still present.
Wow. Meghan also talked about growing up in the midst of the LA riots in 1992, and she urged the graduates to use their voices to rebuild our society into something better. Man, is she turning into one heck of an activist. What do you think the British people feel about this? Are they liking that, Steph, or they feel like that's not what royalty does, even though she sort of stepped away?
Yeah, she stepped away, and I think obviously for good reason. I think she has had multiple encounters of racism herself. All we need to look at is how she was portrayed in the British media against Kate. When you look at Kate's coverage versus Meghan's, it speaks for itself. So I feel that, yeah, I think we needed to hear from her. I think the time definitely was of now. We've not heard her speak, and she said she was really nervous to talk about this, but I'm so glad that she did. I'm glad that she's broken all of the royal molds, and I hope that we hear from Harry too. But you know, I'm proud of Meghan Markle and all that she's achieved and who she's become, and like the voice that she's been for millions of people, and showing, you know what, you can be a royal, and even then you're going to step away because of what's not right, and for standing up for what you believe in and who you are and where you've come from. So yeah, I think it's a very important, and I think I'm just so proud of her, to be honest.
To be honest, and Erica too, I know you're a big follower and lover of Meghan Markle, but it reminds me so much of her mother-in-law, Princess Di, who did not care what royalty said. She shook the hand of an AIDS patient because she strongly believed you should. What do you think about it, Erica?
Well, I think this is just the beginning. I can understand her being nervous to speak out, especially when we're talking about issues of racial inequality. She was absolutely the target of racist slander, propaganda, and harassment. When you are in the middle of something, then it's even harder for you to say something because it still has you.
That's well said.
So the idea that she's speaking out at all right now shows a lot of strength, and I think this is just the beginning of a lot to come.
That also means maybe she's gotten through part of it and she's on the other side, so that was well said. More stars are hitting the streets in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement. According to ET Online, Brad Pitt was seen at a protest in downtown LA with his friend Alicia, who posted this photo on Instagram. Zoe Kravitz joined a protest in London where she's filming The Batman. She posted this photo holding a sign that read, "Dear America, I can't believe what you say because I see what you do." Wow. A quote from African-American writer James Baldwin. I have been reading a lot of James Baldwin in this climate. Also in London, this was all over. Star Wars actor John Boyega made a very passionate speech to a crowd in Hyde Park. Take a look at this.
I need you to understand how painful it is to be reminded every day that your race means nothing. And that isn't the case anymore. That is never the case anymore. We are going to try today. We are a physical representation of our support for George Floyd. Bang on them! Bang on them!
That speech really moved me, and you know what he said at the beginning, Erica, was, "I don't care if I never get another job in Hollywood because of this speech." That's putting your money where your mouth is, right?
Well, there is this remarkable series on Netflix, We've Got to Have It, and it is documenting Black actors, producers, directors, and their experiences in Hollywood and beyond. And he talks about his experience in England as a Black actor. It's a remarkable series, honestly, for people who are trying to learn more. You should check that out on Netflix.
Say it again.
We've Got to Have It.
We've Got to Have It. I definitely will check that out. And Steph, as he faced racial profiling or sort of harassment when he was in the Star Wars team. People were like, "What? Someone's Black in Star Wars?" I was like, crazy.
It is crazy, and that should never even... It's sad to say, but it should obviously never have been even a topic of conversation. It shouldn't... But we're getting there slowly. But I'm proud of everyone in London. I'm proud of the protests that are happening there, and I encourage everyone. I may post it on Instagram later. In England we'd call it a grime artist. It's kind of like rap. It doesn't really have the same genre in America. Called Dave, and Dave is the most incredible, beautifully spoken Black young man, and he did a performance this year at the Brit Awards earlier in February, and he's written a song called Black. And if you just listen to the lyrics, for anyone who, I mean, I hope to the Lord that everyone understands this movement, but if you don't understand what it means to be Black, what Black people have been through, what their heritage is and why, I implore you, please listen to the song, please listen to the lyrics, and I think it's so fitting for today. It's perfect. So I'll post it maybe later on Instagram, but yeah,
please
anyway,
do.
I implore you all to listen to it.
I think when we research and read, I think that's also important. You know what also struck me, Erica, is that John Boyega's gift is acting, right? The oration. And he used his own gift as part of his protest. And that is something that that's pretty magical, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when people hear someone, especially in that role, speak, and it speaks to something of their experience, then it gives them just a little bit more courage to speak out as well.
Yeah, well done. Stephanie, please stick around with your cool tomato dress and great ideas. Other Hollywood news to get to. Coming up on DBL, more backlash for Glee star Lea Michele as another former co-star chimes in on her rumored bad behavior. And later, Alicia Silverstone says her 9-year-old son still takes baths with her. So DBL Nation, when should children start bathing on their own? We're sharing your comments coming up later.
Closed captioning provided by
Welcome back to DBL. More drama is unfolding over the alleged bad behavior from Glee star Lea Michele. So as we told you earlier this week, former castmate Samantha Ware accused Lea of making racist remarks and bullying on set. Lea has since apologized, and she said she has never judged anyone by the color of their skin. Still, she was dumped by HelloFresh over the accusations. Well, now another former co-star, Heather Morris, is speaking up, saying Lea was, quote, very unpleasant to work with, and that her actions should have been called out at the time. And a former producer for Glee added her voice to the debate. Marty Noxon tweeted that on Glee, there were lots of bad actors who were not women. People in the industry know who I'm talking about. Why aren't we calling them out? All right, I feel like, as Eric has always so well said to me, you can have two different thoughts in your mind of two different things. One is someone's a bully on set, and I think Steph, Erica, we've all seen that person, right? We've all understood that person, that ego person on set. And one is a clearly racial tone and a sentence that she said, Samantha said, she was said to her, saying, I'm going to blank in your wig. And that's specific. Go ahead, Erica.
Right. I think that it's important that people understand this conversation because we're talking about microaggression in the workplace. It's not the overt racism of calling someone a racial slur, but as an African-American actress who wore a wig, maybe not because she wanted to, and you decide to microaggression, talk about defecating in her wig, that is an example. The other example was another actress said that she tried to sit at the table at lunch and she said, you don't belong here. That is microaggression. So when she decided, and you know what, here's the thing too, there's flexibility in thought here. People can grow up and they can change. People can evolve. I hope we are all doing that each and every day. But when you come forward and say, justice for George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, but you have shown examples of you feeling like Black lives may have been less than yours, then there may be a time to atone for that. And for her, it's right now.
Yeah, it's all coming to the front, and I'm glad it is. Steph, please do not go away. I want to get your take on this crazy story. Alicia Silverstone reveals her 9-year-old son still takes baths with her. We got to ask, when should kids start bathing alone? We're sharing your DBL take coming up next.
The son.
Welcome back to DBL. This is my favorite story of the day. Actress Alicia Silverstone shared some surprising details about the way she bonds with her 9-year-old son, Bear, and it has you all talking. Now, as someone who is co-parenting, she says she finds comfort in spending some of her parenting time by taking baths with him, and that's making many of her followers uncomfortable. So we went to you, DBL Nation, our host we never pay. When do you think parents should stop bathing with their children? So I'm going to read the comments. I'm going to get Erica and Steph's take. Steph, this is the first comment for you. Janet from Facebook says, I'm all for you raising your children as you see it, but I'm not sure this is the kind of thing you should share for public opinion. Keep it private. What's your thought?
Okay, I'm not a parent and I've never had to raise a child, so I do feel bad of a little chiming in, but apparently from the age of 6, you're very aware of privacy and wanting to have your own space. So, I mean, I don't believe if I was 9 years old, I probably wouldn't want to be bathing with my parents, but it's her child.
Well
you know,
said.
if he's happy with it, then it's on them.
Very well said. Very diplomatically well said. I completely agree. Erica, this comment's for you. Dom from YouTube says, this is such a double standard. A man would be shamed for taking a bath with his daughter if she was a toddler, let alone 9 years old.
You right.
Just going to let that sit there. What do you think? Should a 9-year-old be solo in the bath, Erica? Yeah.
I mean, I like my own baths.
Let's just say that. Let's just go there. We're going to move on to Christy from Facebook says, I stopped that as soon as my son was old enough to ask questions. Yeah, you'd think that, Steph, right? Maybe questions means time to have a shower curtain in between you.
I mean, yeah, I would say so. I think, obviously, I hope that she does respect her child's wishes. She said that she's a very proud, weird parent, whatever that means. So she came into controversy in 2012 because she said that she liked to chew her son's food before feeding it to him. So there's been a few interesting comments, I think.
Yeah, I remember that. It was almost like a mother bird to a baby bird, the regurgitation of the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Sweet, sweet deals. Welcome back to DBL. Erica, are you ready? I've done that one before. I wish I could have come up with a new one.
It's okay, girl.
All right, I got to work on that. Earlier, Stephanie showed us some great products at even better prices in this really good DBL Deal Blast sponsored by Morning Save. Take a look. All right, what do you have for us today, Steph?
It's the Wicked Audio Outcry Extreme Portable Bluetooth speaker. So you can take your music on the go wherever. This is normally $50. Right now it's only $19, Tori, which means you're saving 62%. The next one, if you've been busy working out at home, this is the Ab Wireless Deep Tissue Percussion Massager. It's got 20 different speeds. Normally, this is $130, but now it's only $59.
Whoa,
$59, which means you're saving 52%. This is the 4-pack Cobb LED magnetic suction puck light. Now, these come in real handy around the house because they've got this really easy, look at that. Normally, these are $68. Right now, $12, Tori, which means you're saving 82%. Woo, look at that light. Okay, Tori, last but certainly not least, I've got this Daisy Fuentes 5-piece watch and bracelet set. It comes in rose gold, in yellow gold, and in white gold.
Nice.
Normally, it's $60, but right now, it's only $20, which means you're saving 67%.
Oh, I like that. All right, guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. Great deals. Okay, one more story before we go, guys. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West just celebrated 6 years of marriage last weekend. Mazel tov, right? But the couple is apparently not getting along in quarantine these days. So according to Us Weekly, Kim and Kanye are on different pages and are not seeing eye to eye because of their conflicting schedules. Kim is apparently working nonstop, while Kanye is having a harder time because he's not as regimented as Kim. However, Kim recently posted that the two have forever to go on social media. Do you think opposites attract, Erica?
I think they can attract, but there has to be something fundamentally at the core of your union that isn't opposite.
That holds you together.
Exactly.
Yeah. Steph, will you think this relationship's going to continue forever?
Oh gosh, I hope so. I really hope so. They obviously got married for a reason, and they did it in front of God, their family, and their friends. So I believe that they've got every intention of that. But you know what? Real life's really hard, especially right now, being a high-profile celebrity, being stuck at home with 4 kids under the age of 6. One of them's barely 1, trying to manage their careers. He's really creative. She's having to look after the kids. I mean, it's going to be hard for anyone, whether you're famous or not. So I just hope that, you know, they've been together 6 years. I wish them all the best, you know. They've got this. They can do it.
I hope.
They can do it. I'm feeling really positive today because it's my 4-year wedding anniversary with my husband, Anthony. So, yes, quarantine has definitely been a challenge for everybody, but hopefully it's bringing people closer together, remembering why this all started.
Mazel tov to you. Or what are you guys going to, you said you're going to eat on the patio?
Oh, he doesn't know.
Hey, everyone. DBL's new
secret.
every day. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. Congrats.